Okay, so my problem with getting runners in particular to do the standard plank exercise that you see everybody doing, and we've all done, whether it's here on your forearms or whether it's here on a straight arm plank, is the static and symmetrical nature of that plank position. So think about it, as we're running, we're landing on one leg or the other, and it's not just the fact that it's only one leg that we're supporting ourselves on, and that creates asymmetry in itself. And obviously this side is supported, this side unsupported, so lots of diagonal forces. There's also a lot of rotational forces that go on. So as we're driving forwards with this leg, we're driving backwards with this shoulder, obviously rotating through the torso here, counter-rotating the other way through the pelvis. So the body's constantly dealing with this rotation and counter-rotation. A static plank position, it helps you get better at resisting extension, which again, as runners, we need to be strong through this kind of front line here, where as we drive off from stride to stride, we get this lengthening and this storing of energy through the soft tissues that go across the front of the body, working to work against the extension that would otherwise happen. The stronger we can be here, the more it's going to help us ping through onto the next stride. Of course, that's a good thing. But if all we're doing is maintaining a static position, just holding this for as long as we can, we're doing ourselves a major, major disservice, because we're not training the rotation and we're not training the asymmetrical aspect of running gait, which is so, so integral to everything. So I want to just work through a handful of different varieties. Obviously, there's things like a side plank. You know, if we're talking about asymmetry, that's the first place to go. Simple side plank exercise. But you can do a lot more than this. Think about what's happening with the bottom leg. Bend this up underneath you. Straight away, we've got bent knee side plank. Raise this other leg up to horizontal. You're doing a lot more through your glutes, particularly glute med, glute max, to work on hip abduction, as well as working through your obliques to lift yourself up off the ground there. So straight away, a lot more bang for your buck from that exercise. On top of that, we can then throw in our variations to a front plank in terms of, again, throwing in some asymmetry. So whether we're on full straight arms or down on forearms, you can go into some mountain climbers. Knee slowly up to your elbow, controlling your breathing, controlling the position of your torso. We could do that, as I said, down as well on forearms. It's harder. It's definitely going to take a little bit more mobility. We can also do, to add in a little bit of rotational control, some straight leg raises. Now the tendency here is to want to rock your body side to side. I want you to keep your torso as still as you possibly can in doing those. Now, it's not just about obviously what the legs are doing. We can also throw in some simple rotational control work with what the arms are doing, rotation through the torso. This is also give us shoulder stability, not just core control. And then we can go arms and legs together. So in our straight arm plank, from here, we go opposite arm, opposite leg, slow and controlled. Takes a bit of practice, that one. Okay, now, obviously all this is in this kind of prone position. So we're face down. We can also do some exercises in a supine position, face up. So from here, you can either go fingers pointing back or forwards. I personally prefer opening the shoulder up and going fingers pointing back. From there, hips up to the sky. Straight away, those hamstrings, if we're digging the heels into the ground, hamstrings having to work hard, but we can get you working harder. Again, focusing on working through your core, just by doing some straight leg raises. Really gonna get you working hard through the backs of those thighs, exposing some potential hamstring weakness, which a lot of us runners will have, as well as forcing you to control the rotation as we lift one leg off, then the other through your whole core area. Back to our side plank to finish. One of my favorite kind of go-to side plank movements is, again, a variation on a theme. This was our bent knee side plank. We can bend the top knee. Okay, so we're typical side plank here, but then running action, back and forth. That is going to take a bit of coordination, but really going to get you working hard through your core. So you've got a bunch of different plank variations there, all far more relevant for us runners than your static front plank. Give them a go, let me know how you get on, and of course, if you want to see more videos to help you get better with your run strengthening work, check out this video right over here. I'll see you in the next one.